Good morning, everyone. We're back to our normal readings. Actually, I don't know. We do like 3 themed readings a week now, don't we? We've got Straight Tarot Tuesday, Rune Casting Wednesday, what's happened yesterday, and then we have Full Scale Friday. We only do normal readings like 2 days a week. Oh, wow. Goodness. Alright, so what say we do this thing, right? Been getting a lot of messages this morning. It is really difficult for my brain to process them all, but I'm sure they're going to come up in this reading today. And you did just watch me shuffle the cards, so no excuses. Alright, so our guide for today is... Oh, yeah. The Norns, anyone? This morning, that is by whom we are guided. If you're not familiar, really not a... The Norns are very similar to the Greek fates. They spend a lot of time weaving our lives, and when it ends, they cut the final thread. But as much as the ancient Norse were a believer in fate, they also believed in the power to change it. Sort of like the signposts from yesterday, right? Be sure to pay attention to those, because they are super, super important. I mean, you can take any road you want. Those roads always end up somewhere. Now, here's the real message behind that particular card. You have gifts and abilities that were given to you by your Creator. You can choose to ignore them if you want. However, why would you do that? You were born to stand out. Stop trying to fit in. Alright, let's get to that spirit animal and see which animal we're going to be embodying today. Now normally I said, I think in a past reading I said there was no peacocking, right? Just be a what you see is what you get kind of person. But today that's exactly what I've drawn. Of course the subtext, let it shine. What is my one message to you at the end of every video? Shine on. And no, I'm not about to close it out on this. But this time, looks like it's time to step to the front of the line, kids. Time to really kind of put yourself out there a little bit. Because today that is all about shining your light. It's not about dressing yourself up in a certain way. It's not about, telling the world where you stand. It's about just showing it. Undeniably, unforgettably, undisputedly. This is you. Nothing short of some, huge revelation is going to change that. So when is the last time that you shook a tail feather and shined your light for all to see? You're being called now to show the world that gorgeous creatures you are. For you are a manifestation of spirit. Come out from the shadows and show your true colors so that others may be inspired to express their own exquisiteness. Dance as if you remember that you are made of stardust and grace, filled with the life force and energy and sparkling light. You are a channel for divine love. Your dance is one of a kind. Catch the light and help it to shimmer and dance in the celebration of your good fortune of being right here, right now. Spirit wants you to be joyful so that others may get up and dance along with you. So here's the question. You think you might be punished if you shine a little too bright? Have you been conditioned to expect to be hurt if you show yourself fully to the world? Maybe not everyone will celebrate your radiance, but that's okay. Because that Spirit's here to remind you that while others may resist celebrating the beauty within them, although they may contract while you expand and shake your tail feathers, smile and do it anyway. Model the good fortune and abundant joy that is yours, and soon someone will say, "Me too," and join you. Starting to get it. I've also said this before, and it bears repeating. A lot of us tend to think in terms of, well, I'm just one person. What can I do? Well, I'm just little old me. I'm nothing special. Well, really, what is my, if I do this, then what's that going to solve? Well, I can tell you one thing. You might piss somebody off. That much might happen. I do it all the time. I don't care. That's why I also have these videos mirrored on CloudHub right now. I really wouldn't have done it if certain people hadn't gone well out of their way to attempt to shut me up or make me miserable or try to control what it is I do. And that's the thing to remember. You are an incredibly powerful, beautiful person, and if you're not, if you're just little old you and powerless to do anything, oh no, that's not me. If you're engaging in those limited thoughts, I have proof that they're bullshit, and it's this. Why do people from both extremes want you so badly? They do. They really do. They want you to think like them, dress like them, act like them. And to that I say, fuck both of them. Be you. No apologies. Be you. And if you think you don't know who you are, I'm going to say I think you've got a little more than what you thought you did. So let's do a little 3-card pull for the tarot, and let's prove that once and for all. Alright, here we go. Starting with the first card, we do have 2 of Cups. Looks like you're looking at a soulmate coming through. Now, that doesn't mean the person you're going to marry. It doesn't necessarily mean the person to whom you are married. Doesn't even necessarily mean you're going to find a boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever. Soulmates tend to just work together. They flow very evenly. And it seems like they form unbreakable bonds. Bonds that, once forged, it would take an act of the known universe to split apart. So, keep that in mind, because I think that card's going to be very important due to another two of swords, this sort of blind choice that's coming through. So we've got emotion with our air and our logic and things like that. Try not to overthink it. That's the problem with the 2 of Swords. The 2 of Swords tends to be a lot of overthinking. This is a choice that's going to cut both ways. When you make that, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. You're going to miss out on something. You're always going to question what if. Just know, whichever one you've chosen, you've made the right choice because of the Hermit. Does that sound a little counterintuitive there? I'll show you it's not. The Hermit is our sort of retreat. We kind of go in a little bit. And it could be going into ourselves mostly. You know, we got the weekend coming up. Might be a good time to, I'm definitely seeing this. Might be a good time to spend a little bit of time alone. Maybe out in the woods. Maybe just going for a nice long walk. Just you, your music, your thoughts, whatever. Take a journal. Take a journal and a pen. Take a digital voice recorder. Take your phone and record some of your own thoughts. Go back and read them. Go back and listen to them later. See what comes up. I'm thinking it's in our... And this is something Tommy Chong said during a Joe Rogan interview. He said, take advantage of your solitude. Because you don't know what a gift solitude really can be sometimes. These days we're all afraid to be alone. Oh goodness. What if it's just little old me again? Don't worry about that. Let me tell you something. I can see it right here. Just from this picture alone, full picture right here, I'm going to give you just a brief summary. When you let it shine, some people are going to fall completely off. They're going to be like, you know, fuck this. This is a little too weird for me. You know what? Call me when you've regained your sanity. The thing that they fail to realize is that you have. What that person wants is for you to be grounded in their reality, not in yours. The reality you're perceiving now is right there in front of you. Awakenings can be very messy, can't they? But they're lifelong. Once they've started, they don't really stop. So, we know that there are probably going to be some serious consequences to it. And for today, it just is what it is. But how do we make that work for us? You've got a council of the light right here. You're currently being backed. And all of this has been orchestrated. You've had some subtle help. And you will have it. It will come along. Then also, I keep pointing this out to most of you through different cards, but this one just speaks it in volumes. It's very loud. Whatever doesn't fit must go. And I'm definitely seeing people there. I'm seeing events. I can tell you how I've done it lately. I was supposed to go to a birthday party tomorrow. I backed out. I backed out last night. I let them know, look, I appreciate all that you've done. I appreciate the thought. However, it's being done under these restrictions. I undergo these restrictions for 8 hours a day. I personally feel that I've been more than reasonable with them. I've been more than accommodating. But here lately, it seems like there have been some intrusions, and I'm like, no, this is the line. Stop crossing. Get back across the damn line. And it doesn't seem to be enough. So I said, you know what? I'm not going to conform to these restrictions anymore. If I have to do it for these little few hours a day, that's fine. But that's all you're getting. I'm not doing it anything past that. Once I clock on, that's fine. Once I clock off, that's a different story. So I said I appreciate it, but I'm not going to be there. And to be honest, I would rather, I don't know, I'm kind of a homebody. I got a few other things to work on, and I'd kind of rather be doing those. Celebrating my birthday is a great thing, don't get me wrong. I will probably most likely be celebrating myself, but that's beside the point. It's just, that does not fit. It has to go. I get where they're coming from. Hopefully they get where I'm coming from. So, finally, it's happening, people. It's time to take the lead. This is that, how do some of you put it, the leap of faith, right? Look at this. It looks like she's doing something right out of Assassin's Creed, isn't it? She's doing that leap of faith. Don't worry about falling flat on your face, because again, you are supported. Finally, we're going to get down to the runes, summarize, and we're going to go. Alright, so for the first one we have Othala. That is that rune. Othala, we do have our ancestors and predecessors. Fehu is wealth, an abundance, and then Laguz, which is our lake. So this is a very, very simple, straightforward rune casting here, which lets you know that you do have, I'm going to start right here in the middle, you do have an abundance, right? Fehu was the rune that measured wealth and head of cattle, because that was what was considered currency back then. But you've got more than what you think you know. Fall back on those who came before you, your ancestors, your predecessors, so on and so forth. Excuse me, let me... there we go. So, sorry, I had to dose up a little bit. And then, for Laguz, go with it. Whatever this flow is that is coming your way, go with it. You feel like moving a certain way, go with it. If you feel like saying something that you know will help someone else, go with it. Don't hold it back. Now let's sum up. So, looks like today will be a little bit of a faded day, but just remember, the message at the end of every one of these videos still stands firm. I'm going to get to that in a minute. Whatever you do, find those people that line up with you. Those people that really click with you, that, you know, bang, we got it. We got this, let's roll. Also, you're going to be faced with a pretty difficult decision. Please don't overthink it. And if you need time, if you need a little time to reflect, do so. Do so at your earliest possible convenience. Remember, these two cards right here let you know that you're supported, but you're going to have to align things. Okay? There's going to be, looks like there's going to be some shake-up, a little bit of turmoil to your day-to-day, but remember, draw on what your ancestors did. Your ancestors were some pretty powerful people. They didn't always get it right either. They didn't. Draw on their successes, what they did right, learn from their mistakes. There's your path to wisdom. You really do have more than what you think you do. And remember, when all of those come together, go with it. Just flow with it. So I hope that this is going to make serious sense of your day. Remember, do not, for any reason, turn down your light because someone else is offended. In fact, fuck those people. That's why they align your life. card is right here today. That's why it's front and center. It is number one, in my opinion, the loudest card here. And look, it lines up with that Two of Swords, lines up with Fehu. We've got this Council light here. There's your ancestors right there with that soulmate card right here with Othala. And then we've got this Hermit, where you take that leap of faith, and there's your lake. Your lagoon is just flowing. Go with it. Go with it. Go with it. For fuck's sake, go with it. No matter what happens today, you will absolutely feel it. That much I can tell you. If you haven't been in your truth up until now, today is it. Today is your day. Today is your day to show off your power and ability. Take charge. Be that superhero. Be the hero of your own story here. Okay? Thank you so much for joining me today. I love you all. Get out there. Own it. Let it shine. And as always, shine on. By the way, I came back for a little post-credit scene because I wanted to talk about a little something. Just two people bullshitting here. Something came to mind. I was, normally what I do is I just kind of like put this together, post it. Oh snap, I almost forgot, shoot. Okay, here's a little behind the scenes look. I completely forgot I was supposed to do this. Shoot, my bad. Okay. See, even I screw up. Boy, can I ever. Okay, grabbing my phone, hold on. Yep. This is what it's like in your 40s, kids. Having prevagen moments everywhere. Okay, let's see, camera. Just gonna get a quick snap of this for the preview for Twitter and CloudHub and all those guys. Alright, let's see how that looks. Oh yeah, it looks good. Okay. Oh, forgot to send it too. Anyway. Normally I just kind of put this together, post it, and make my merry way. But I decided I had quite a bit of time on my lunch break yesterday, and decided, hey, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the numbers, see how they're doing. Well, on YouTube, I got what was it, 6 or 7 views, which not bad. But on CloudHub, this thing exploded to like 16 or 17 views. Is that not crazy? It's nutty that the one platform that had people like really wanting me to shut up had the most views. Here's the weird part. 88 subscribers on YouTube, none on CloudHub. By the way, if you want to watch these videos ad-free, that's fine. I do not monetize these videos. You can use an ad blocker. In fact, I would encourage you to use an ad blocker. Definitely would encourage you to use an ad blocker. You can also just go to CloudHub. CloudHub does not have the full descriptions that YouTube does. And that's because they tend to pile it onto one huge paragraph, which I despise. But you never know. I imagine that's how they roll. Anyway, I am doing private reading this weekend. Guess what? My birthday is Monday. Here's what I'm going to do. To celebrate my birthday, I'm going to give you a gift. I just want one from you in return, and it has nothing to do with my Amazon wish list. Here's what I'll do for you. I will give you one private reading at some point this week if you can find 3 of your friends to subscribe to both YouTube and CloudHub. Find me on CloudHub, find me on YouTube. You spread the word. You can give me, all I would need from you is, number 1, a name. It doesn't have to be your real name, just a name. That way I know what to call you. I'm not calling you late for dinner, which I'm sure some of you will probably take as personally as I would. Number 2, I'll need your birthday. So just month and day. That's it. Don't need the year unless you feel comfortable sharing it. And number 3, an email address. And you just let me know which 3 friends that you sent along. My advice is find some people that will, these messages may resonate with, because if you send me 3 people who find this kind of material objectionable, what good did that do for them or you? Remember, we're trying to spread some word here, and that word is that you are incredibly powerful, that you are incredibly gifted. Now maybe someone you know needs to hear that. I am more than willing to tell them as such. But we're still operating under the principle of Gabo. What is Gabo, some of you may ask? Well, let me show you. If I can find that one particular card. There it is. Okay. Gabo. If you look at it, it is one equilateral X. And what it means is gift for gift, right? So we'll do a little gift exchange on my birthday. You gift me with some users, I'll gift you with a reading. If you just don't know anybody, if you're just the only one, go to my Amazon wish list. Send me a $10 book or something. And guess what? If you're contributing to my library, I'll give you 2 readings, just like always. You get one that'll answer your question. I'll still need the same stuff, with the exception of the 3 people you sent. And then you get one more for your birthday. You know what? If you send me something off of my Amazon wish list and let me know before the stroke of midnight on the 28th, I'll give you a 3rd reading. I'll give you one more reading, since you're basically sending me a birthday gift, right? See, I do not, for any reason, monetize my videos. I just simply do a little gift exchange with you. I think it works a little better. I'm not interested in your money. I have a job, and I have crypto. So I have a job, I've got crypto, I'm good. I think you're good too. I think you're awesome. And if you can't do either of those, then guess what? Just be here for Monday's reading. Keep watching. Share with others. Drop a like, because I just found out from my mom that yesterday's rune casting came up as the 2nd video in her feed. She doesn't really subscribe to she doesn't subscribe to these mystical type YouTube channels. So my mom stopped in to check it out. And also, while you're checking me out, also go to the Fixed Air Moon YouTube channel and check out Brian. Brian is the guy who really urged me to get started in YouTube again, because I actually retooled and rebranded an old channel and started with something like, I don't know, I kind of thought I could go with my 32 to 33 subscribers, and it ballooned into 88. And it's only been about maybe 3-4 months, proving once again, if I was just little old me, then how the hell did I do that? Well, I'll tell you how. I did it with your help. I don't require you to think like me. See? My advice here, never limit yourself, ever. If you limit yourself, if you have limiting beliefs, you will always limit where you go. Alright, I'm going to get this thing in the pipe and get it edited down, get these put away. As always, love you guys. Shine on.